This is Robert with Pioneer Smokehouses. In today's video, we're going to talk about my favorite accessories for the Big Chief smoker. Now, most of these are Smokehouse products items, but some of them are not exactly. First thing I want to tell you is that Smokehouse Products makes drying screens. Also, they are the same composition as a regular grill mat. Now, I had a set of these and I might have put them in the grill. So when it says that these things are only good up to 550 degrees or 600 depending on the manufacturer, make sure that you don't put them in the grill anything above low. Now, you can use them in a grill on low, but if you go anything above that, you will destroy them. And I'm going to show you what I have here today. And again, this is a generic brand, and you'll find a link for this one down below, but I use these all the time. The nice thing about this is it comes in a large package like this, and then I just take it and cut it in half and end up with the ones that I want. There's multiple sizes here, and I will put a couple of them in the description. This one here, I cut it to fit the tray. So I'm able to load the tray up on the back of a cookie sheet and season my meat or whatever the food may be, and then I can slide it off the cookie sheet and onto here, and then put it inside the rack without any hassle, just like that. So just slide it in. And then it stays on there. Then when I'm done, I pull this off. It keeps the mess down to a minimum on the grate, and both the grate and this can go into the dishwasher separately, and they clean quite well once you've separated the mess out. And these can be soaked really well inside a sheet pan or something if it's corroded on there, and they brush really well. So my second favorite accessory is an insulation blanket. I'm going to show you this really quickly. I'm not going to go to the full extent of it. It comes in the package. It's a one size fits all, and here's the box that it comes in. And it has some Velcro sticky attachments. So what we do is we line up the door. So first thing we do is we find that. That's right here. Put that over there. Wrap that around. Then there's some slots in the back for the electrical wire. Then you can take and add the Velcro tabs to it just like that. I recommend that after you get this on there, that you use 2 bungee cords and wrap it around, or a bungee cord and a small rope to attach it, but make sure that they're going to stand up to the heat generated. Now, the insulation blanket itself reduces the amount of heat generated on the surface a lot, and it keeps that trapped inside there. Now, the next accessory that they have that I really like is the jerky gun. What we have here is what looks like to me like a caulking gun on steroids. I would say it's kind of a cross between a pastry bag and a caulking gun. And we have 2 tips that are included with it. We have the flat tip, and then we have the round tip. The round tip will make like sausage type rolls, but you could also cover it with the sausage and fill it just like you would for breakfast sausage. And I have done that before, and I'll tell you, I'm a big mess, but it does work. Normally though, I just use it for the jerky, and I have a video on that, so you'll be able to find the link below and go ahead and check out the video on how that worked out. And like I said, it's great in combination with drying racks or grill mats, because you'll need something to place it on. And in a pinch, of course, you could use parchment paper. And this also works if you're just going to use some jerky that's been cured and dried in a food dehydrator. My next accessory is going to be the cold smoke generator. Now, this generates smoke by placing pellets inside the unit and then smoke will come out of there. I'll give you a look in here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but I'll get up here as close as I can, and there's some pellets in there. And then I'm going to give this a little shake. Remember, when you're using this, never to overfill it. We'll go ahead and plug that in real quick. We got it all plugged in, and I want to explain this to you real quick, is that this is just your standard 12-volt power brick. And then what we have here is we have a cigarette lighter style plug, and the unit itself will plug into that, which makes it really convenient to take it to go with you, like if you want to go camping or something. But I probably want to not run it more than, say, 30 minutes without running your car. Switch on the back here turns it on. And then this here is a reaming tool that comes with it. And you just put that in there and turn it and then pull it out. Turn it in a little bit, pull it out, and just keep working your way until you get all the way in there. I actually like to take a smaller bolt and use it first and clean it out a little bit, and then use this one. That way it kind of primes it up a little bit. When you buy your package, it comes with this container full of wood pellets. Now this is supposed to be the amount that fills it, but in my experience, never overfill this thing or it will just clog up. So the next thing for this is that it's supposed to be a cold smoker, but it does put off just a little bit of heat. It is burning in there. And if you really want to eliminate all the heat, like if you're planning on doing a long smoke on some cheese, if you buy a simple tube, and this one is one that was in a scrap metal pile, so it's not anything special, you can just slide it on the end there. Then a simple hole through the side of your smoker, or if you can see this over here, into the side of a smoker that already has a hole in it, like this one, then you can inject the smoke into the smoker without having this attached to it. But if you would rather attach it to it, when you purchase it, it includes this attachment. This attaches right here by this little bolt. So there's two screws that come with it. You drill a hole, attach this, and then you can hang that right on the side of it. Personally, I would try to avoid doing that, but it is an option if you want to do that. So we're going to give this one more minute. It usually takes a couple minutes to get heated and going, and especially because it's probably a little damp sitting outside. So I'd be right back. So you can see it going now, and I'm going to hold the pipe over it real quick. When I use the pipe, I don't worry about having a real tight fitting. I just make sure that it's coming uphill just a little bit. That's another nice thing about using such a long pipe. Also, you can bend it slightly and it would work out to where it bends into whatever smoker you're using. So it just takes a second for the pipe to fill up with smoke. But you can see the smoke is coming out of here, so a tighter fitting pipe might be a good idea, or just a couple of washers to seal it up a little bit. But there the smoke starts to come piling out. Just for an example. And you can see it going right along, and that is convenient. Now, every so often, you'll just give this a little turn to keep it moving. You don't want to push down too hard, but you want to make sure that as it burns, that it falls down a little bit. And again, don't overfill it. One of my favorite non-smoke chief accessories, my two favorite, of course, are this one right here, which is called the Amazing Smoke Tray, and then, of course, the grill mats. But this right here, you fill it up with pellets, you light it, and then if you want, you can leave the smoker off and you can just slide it right in the door. Go ahead and move this out of the way for a second here. On this model, it will fit right in here on the bottom. And you just leave it like that. Let it hang out the side just a little bit. You want a good airflow with this thing, and it'll fill it up with smoke without a lot of heat. Now it still does produce some heat, so if you want no heat, you'll have to get it out here somehow, like for instance the birdhouse contraption, which you can find plans for the birdhouse on my page, and that can go right in there, and this can go right in there. The birdhouse plans is a small little short video that is easy to access, and just search through my videos. Now I've talked about all my favorite accessories for the Smokehouse Products Big Chief Smoker and Little Chief, of course, but I forgot to mention something that's not really an accessory, and that is their wood chips. I have wood chips and wood chunks, and they also have pellets, and their flavor is really consistent. The product is made to work in their smokers, so I like to include this in my accessory list. And I use these in all my smokers, regardless of which brand it is. Now there's a couple of other things that I use, like if I want some ground one, I'll use Cameron's, and if I want bigger chunks or I want pecan, I'll usually use like the Weber or some Western for really big chunks. But that doesn't go in a smoker like this. A Western chunk is really big and you'll never be able to burn that in there, but it goes great in a charcoal smoker. So I hope this was some good information, and links to all the products used in the video are below. Those are affiliate links, so if you use those, I will get compensated. Thank you. You will find a whole list of different videos that go with this smoker. This is one that I use all the time and have used for years. And like I said, again, this is where I first learned how to smoke, is from a Little Chief smoker and graduated to the Big Chief smoker. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.